All right, we're in. Feels like a pretty decent fish. Not terrible. Let's see what we got. All right, folks, it looks as though we are back in business. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to springtime. This guy freaking choked it. Oh, there they are. There we go. There we go. First one of the day. Not awful. About a 12 or so. Anyway, we are back out on the home stretch. I mean, so far so good. I was just telling you all that I'm not sure that I'm properly outfitted because I was kind of set up for an overcast day, and but obviously, you know, copper truce, Z-Man, that's gonna work in pretty much any condition. But yeah, so we're in already. What we're doing today is heading to an area that I think is going to hold a lot of fish. The water temperature is 54 degrees, and I think these smallies are going to start to really start to make a move on spawning. I'm going to check out a couple of areas on the way. Our water is coming down from recent rainstorms. It's, you know, little bit on the stained side. It's actually pretty stained, but I don't think that's going to be a huge deal. And we will see how this goes today. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. I think that was my second cast. I actually got one on the first cast and ended up losing it because I was messing around with too much gear here. So we'll see how this goes today, but that wasn't a bad start right there. Water is a little bit higher than I thought it was going to be today. That actually might bode fairly well for me. Again, this is really skinny water, and I'm all set up with the motor today. So I'm going to hightail it down to a particular area and work my way up once I fish this stretch right here. Kind of want to do that while the sun's still kind of low. We were supposed to be overcast today. We're not. I don't know. There might be. I think this is going to be kind of like one of those partly cloudy. Little bit of sun filter, because a lot of where the prevailing winds are coming out of. Yeah, it looks pretty white over there. So I think this is going to be pretty much the deal today. We're not low light, but we're by no means bluebird either. Yeah, we're gonna work this. I'm liking areas like this, and basically what I'm doing, I'm not going to see a whole lot of this today, so that's why I'm going to concentrate on this for a little while. Is you've got a really good amount of current with this slack water alongside it. So what I do is I cast Ned rig right into the current and let it drift off to the slack. And usually when it's getting ready to hit that current seam, in ideal conditions, bam. And this might be one of those days. So I'm gonna want to spend a little bit of time in areas like this that do have that current. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be going into, well, that I'm heading to, is it's a very constant current all the way across the river. This is one of the areas where there's a lot of variability in structure and in current. So it definitely, it doesn't matter what time of the year, I spend a little time in areas like this, because most times they tend to be pretty productive. We'll see how this goes today. You know what, I'm gonna move this guy into this slot. So I have a feeling I'm gonna be casting the Ned quite a bit today. Although I also wanna throw Hellgrammite across stuff like this, because y'all know how that goes. It can really attract fish that won't be attracted by other things sometimes. Speaking of which, let's give that a shot. So my Hellgrammite setup is a little bit different than yours. I guarantee it. So this is what we got. That is a jig mold hook. I believe it's a number 4. And I've got it, kind of see as I have it situated kind of in the middle of the bait. And I've got a 1/32 ounce nail weight in the head and another 1/32 ounce nail weight in the tail. This is a variation, my variation of the hover rig. And so far it's worked pretty well. We'll see what we can get to happen today, but it might be really good in a spot like this where it can bounce around in the current off the rocks and whatnot. Let's see how this goes. So with the Hellgrammite being utilized as a hover, gonna go into more high current areas like that. Just kind of hold back the kayak a little bit and let that drift over toward the slack. I might just pop it occasionally, but as I pop it, I'm actually holding the rod fairly high so it kind of flutters down. It looks awesome. I seriously need to set something up where I can show you guys underwater footage of what these baits look like, but this one looks pretty juicy. And first day I was casting it, I got it into an 18 1/4, landed it, and I think I mentioned this in a previous video. I'm rusty. There's a lot going on. You know, we got motor, the camera system, soon to be live streaming. I'm actually gonna try to test that out today. At some point, well, we'll start live streaming at some point. This might not be the best place to do it because the internet signal isn't all that fantastic. All right, let's see if we can set this thing back here a little bit. Get 1 or 2 casts in across this. Just try to park this. I just spooked a big smallie off of that extremely shallow water right there. It came out of about 6 inches of water. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. I'll mess with this for a little bit, and there we go. There we go. Like I said, yeah, my modified hover is a-working. I don't know how big this fish is, or it's just the current, but feels pretty good. Damn, feels really good. Oh yeah, this is not a bad fish right here, folks. Oh my goodness. Nice. There we go. That's the way to do it. Oh, look at that baby. It's probably about a 15 or so. Yep, just sucked up that drifting hellgrammite on my modified hover rig. Where's the hook, dude? Ah, there it is. It's right top of the lip. Top lip. That was my bad, that took way too long, but yeah, not bad. Cool. So there you go. That's that in action right away. I think that was only my second or third cast with it. So the gear for the setup for our modified hover here is we got a Berkeley C series 7'2" light. This is a Cadence CS6 1000 series reel, 10-pound high vis Kalex braid, and a 6-pound what is that, Berkeley Professional fluorocarbon leader. That's it. This is pretty much a perfectly weighted system for throwing this bait. I mean, you can toss it a freaking golden mile, even though it's, you know, its entire weighted part of it is 1/16 of an ounce total, with the 1/32 in the head, 1/32 in the tail. Yeah, I mean, you can cast this thing pretty well, even though it's a hellgrammite. Is that another fish? No, I am snagged, very much snagged. There we go. But anyway, I mean, shit, so far so good. That was a pretty good start with our hover rig here today. That's what happened the first time I was in here with throwing this. It was the same situation. I just threw a couple of casts and bam, 18¼ inch mama of a smallmouth. But yeah, that one wasn't bad there. 15, 16. All right, let's keep on keeping on and get on with this. All right, we are kind of going all over the map right here because I want to see what's working and what's not. So far, I mean, good old Ned rig has been absolutely solid, but want to take, oh, there we go. First cast with the hellgrammite. And we are in. I saw a twitch on the high vis line. Oh, this one's not bad. This one's not bad. Probably the same as oh no, this is a little bigger. This is a little bigger. Oh, this is a little bigger. Yep. Ooh, splashed the crap out of my face. Oh yeah, folks. Here we go. This is what we're talking about. Look at that. That's a beauty. That's just an absolute beauty right there. It's 16 plus for sure. Oh, I barely had that guy. Nice. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Beautiful, beautiful smallmouth. Wow. Love it. Whew. What? Nice.